thing to cheer about. Let's talk about how to keep it going. They look absolutely helpless out there to contain.
All right, target center coming out of the court.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Freak. He has 20 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
We've got LaMarcus Aldridge. He's out there with Wiggins. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the Timberwolves 5. On the wing, Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. That's good. And that's now 10 points for Karl-Anthony Towns.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Pass to Chase. The tray. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. And that's now 25 points for Freak.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Viana, defended by Chase. Wiggins against Kid Gilchrist. And it's Wiggins missing.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
For Charlotte, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. And Kid Gilchrist drops them both. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And that one's good.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
To the paint, here's Viana. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Aldridge, the pass to Wiggins. 6 to shoot. To the left wing. Aldridge, wide open, he fires. Another miss by Minnesota.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
Walker with it. Out defended by Freak. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Charlotte. Rivers comes in for Walker. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And stolen by Freak. And then Rivers with the dunk.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Tries to snap the cold streak, and the rejection by Valanciunas. And they get it back. 4 on the shot clock. And a wide open look for Walker. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Hornets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Here's Chase. Shot is off. And Minnesota will come the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And in that game, guys, they were just about as dominant defensively on the interior as you could ever be.
And once they got a few rejections, they had opposing scorers looking for those long arms and hands, and it caused hesitation in taking shots in there.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
That's his second personal foul. Substitution on the play.
Here's Mack. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Mack's got his second basket of the night. Now here's Freak. 30 points in the game. Stripped away. Sanford, guarded by Chase. Now the pass to Ramsey. They double him with Freak. Ramsey passes to Mack. Shot clock at 5. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Timberwolves fall. Welcome, fans, to the FIBA World Championships.
And let's check out a group of shooting guards that have been doing some dirty work inside lately, averaging the most rebounds per game at their position over the last 10 games. Freak is second.
And these are sort of your do-it-all guys. I mean, even if rebounding isn't necessarily a priority for shooting guards, it's still something that helps your team get wins.
Absolutely. When your two guard can squeeze the orange like that, as each of these players on that list can, it can be a major X factor for you.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Kicks it to Mack. Pass to McCullough. The feed now to Spates. To the inside. Passes it to Ramsey. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Over the last month, let's see, Kevin, where the Timberwolves stand in the league rankings. Second in steals. Third in opponent field goal percentage. You know, they also show up in the top 5 in opponent scoring. That's a good number, and that's a good place to be as a team in that statistical category.
And going back to their steals ranking, you have to appreciate the quick hands. I mean, the ball's never safe when they're on the prowl, and I think that mentality is what bothers opponents.
They set the pick. Ball's knocked loose, stolen by Rivers. There's 31 seconds left in the third. The Hornets have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. First free throw is good. Minnesota making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. Justin Holiday's checked in for Charlotte. Kemba Walker comes in for Rivers. And both free throws good from Freak.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Feeds it to Mack. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
It could go, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. The 3 quarters of play all. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what is the team deciding to change it up. Here's Rivers. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Chase in at 2 guard. He's out there with Rivers. And it's Robinson in at the power forward position. Minnesota shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Wiggins outside. Rejected by Chase. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Freak with the ball, and Holiday throws it down.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Outside Aldridge. He feeds it to Wiggins. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Take a look at what Wiggins has done. He has 8 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
And he sinks the second. And here's Rivers. There's a good screen.
Move the ball.
He dishes it to Freak. Buries the long-range jumper. Freak's got 38 points.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Six on the shot clock. There's the dish to Wiggins. Can't hit the step-back jump shot.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Rivers kicks to Freak. Again, the Hornets score.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Outside, Walker. Dishes it to Wiggins. Shoots from 12. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Wiggins has got 5 points now in the quarter. The Hornets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. There's a screen. Rivers dishes to Freak. No good on the triple. The Timberwolves shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Holiday against Walker. Pass to Towns. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Freak's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Hornets.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. Now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Freak. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
That's his 2nd personal foul. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good.
Hey, you want me to close my eyes on this one too?
And both free throws good from Freak. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The pass to Mack. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Freak. Now here is Holiday. He's tightly guarded. He kicks it to Freak. From deep. Can't hit.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin, and now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive. And you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
He was an offensive dynamo for them tonight. The way it was going, you could see sky was the limit for him in terms of scoring. And he didn't stop, at least until he was going to get 40.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.